my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? So welcome to part 2. Real Housewives of Potomac. Wendy and her mama Susan, as well as her sister Ivy. She invited them over to the house, and in quick succession she told her mom and her sister that she had reached out to her dad. Her mom and her sister were not feeling it at all, for good reason. The mother was abandoned. He abandoned them. She came to America. The father stayed in Nigeria, and he never turned back once to find out how they were doing financially, emotionally, their growth, how they were in school, Christmases, birthdays, and all of that. So the mother said, as far as she's concerned, he's nothing but a sperm donor, because that's all he donated to the welfare of these children that have become adults and have family of their own. Wendy did not see kindly to it and said, I don't think he's a sperm donor, you were married. To which now mommy kind of raised her voice, and Wendy pointed her finger at her mother to say, you know what, you have to be quiet while the children are taken away from there. It was rude. It's not African tradition, and so the mother let her know. Needless to say, it escalated to the mother having tears, Wendy also having tears. Eddie came in also to come and contribute to the conversation that everybody should calm down. And I felt, which I said in the first episode, that I felt that Ivy was very much a snake. I don't care for siblings that behave like that. If you want to stay neutral, stay like Eddie, who tried to stay neutral. But you agree with your mom, which is fine, but don't disagree with your older sister in front of your mom to escalate the situation, because Wendy has every right to find out what she needs to find out. It's her path, it's her life. Just because you are sisters does not mean that you are the same and you have to think the same. So you have to respect her boundaries. You have to also respect her point of view. What you did was wrong. And then of course Wendy now, because she was so upset, and of course the mother was saying F you, shut up, this and the other. You never once told the mom, mommy, don't say that about Wendy, mommy, don't say that to Wendy. Had you said that, then Wendy would not have had the reason to say, oh, by the way, I've been waiting for you to say something, because when mom talks like this, you always take her side. It was justified because we had a front row seat and saw it. Because when you told your mom, oh, just lower your voice, your mom listened to you. Your mom listened to you because your mom has co-signed with you. You're abusing one child and manipulating one child against the other for your own benefit, and that is wrong. I don't care what culture that is. That is wrong. Ivy, I want you to understand that, because you will not want that for your children. And when push comes to shove, you and Wendy are going to be out here last on these streets. So don't behave like that. I peeped it, and it is wrong. It does not matter who you sided with. Stay neutral. Stay neutral, because Wendy is justified. Moving along. Mommy, good afternoon, ma. You are our senior, ma. Congratulations, mommy. Congratulations on raising your children. I say that with the utmost respect, because there's no jokes out here to raise children. I have but one very good child, and I have a good husband, and I have a good job, and it is still hard. I can only imagine what that was for you. And I say all of that to say, it's still, I want you to open up a little bit to Wendy and understand where Wendy came from. You see, mommy, those were your choices. It was your choice to marry this man that disappointed you and betrayed you the way that he did over all these years. It was your choice. You had one and then one more child with him. And you said, you know what? I'm going to see what I can do out here in these streets. As a mother myself that God has blessed me, thank you, Father. I know that we do everything for our children. Their cry, we cry louder. Their joy, we laugh louder. Everything for our kids, because without our kids, really, truly, who are we? And I can understand how sometimes you would have felt frustrated, you would have felt exhausted, tired, overwhelmed, because you're doing this out on your own. And I don't fault you if at some point in time you felt resentment. And maybe there were times, because even for me, I cannot be good smiling mom 24/7. And even with that, we give birth to our children, but our children are not us. They are not. They have their own minds and they want to be who they are. And God bless them that we give birth to the future, in actual fact, that will make this world truly a better place. It's their world. And so perhaps maybe you were closer to Ivy. Maybe you have always aligned with Ivy because of how Ivy's personality or what Ivy wanted to do more than Wendy. But that does not mean that Wendy is the villain in your story. That does not mean that Wendy does not love you, does not appreciate you, does not think about you, really and truly doesn't appreciate the sacrifices that you made. But it's not for you to every single time grab your bag, and in your bag, I did this for you, I did that for you, I did this for you, I looked after your kids. You cannot say that every single time. It gets old, it gets tired, and it becomes as if you're weaponizing that. And so there's no room for Wendy to come close to you. She won't come close to you. Why? Because she senses hostility. And excuse me, ma, with the deepest respect, you brought these Nigerian children to America. America where there's free speech. America where they say, express yourself. She has expressed herself. And she said, no, you know what? We're not going to do that. That's very American. And I've lived in both countries. In fact, I lived in America longer than I ever lived in Niger or Moeku. So I understand the respect, ma. I understand the respect. But you raised them in another country. And Wendy has risen to be American Nigerian. But she's more American than anything else. And so I truly believe that there are issues, underlying issues that are there with you and Wendy. That's why this thing went from 0 to 100. And the deepest respect, ma, it's good to have therapy. It's good to sit down on a neutral space and really hear Wendy, where Wendy is coming from. Because Wendy is yearning for somebody to love her and for her to be free and find a safe space where she can just be. And she turned around, and I'm telling you this, ma, I am telling you, children are not stupid. Children are very intelligent. As you made sacrifices of which Wendy does not even know you made when they were children, so did they. When you ask them, how was school? Did you have a good day? Yes, mommy, I had a good day. And somebody in school must have told her, where your papi? Somebody would have said, where's your father? We never see your father. You don't have a dad. It also goes to the kind of relationships they have with men. You don't know how it affected Wendy. You don't know. I know how it affected you because you've been very vocal about it and you are justified. But there were other people also in this journey that suffered the absence of this man. And so Wendy is seeking some approval, some sort of approval. Something is missing inside of her. That is why she's seeking approval on a show where love me, like me, let me do all of these surgeries, let me buy all of these bags, let me this, let me that. And I said it in the other one. It's life. So you have to validate her life too. What she's seeking for in the father, you should have said, excuse me, ma, with the deepest respect, Wendy, it hurts me because of how this man hurt me. But I guess you have to go and seek what you're looking for. And do you know, let me not put my finger. Do you know, Wendy, I know this and I don't know why I'm standing up for her. Wendy would have asked the father, why did you desert mom? We have to give people space. Wendy is not betraying you, even though it looks like a betrayal. She's no longer my friend. I don't want my friend to be her friend. That's this kind of scenario. But that relationship was husband and wife. It is not parent and child. And children grow up to be adults. And they do carry it. When a parent walks out or you don't see the parent, the child always wonders, but I was here though. I don't understand. I understand you and mom. But why didn't you come and look for me? And Wendy, maybe she feels, and she said in the episode, it's always the two of them. That's why I went to look for my father. Love is what rules us, leads us, guides us, puts us to sleep and wakes us up in the morning. It comes in different variations. And as you have physical health, as you have emotional health, you also have mental health. If we took it more seriously than we do, and we're not so ambitious to think that we can take care of ourselves, and really saw the writing on the wall and had those uncomfortable conversations that we really don't want to have because we're not in the headspace to do it, we would be better people. We would be better parents. We would be better children and siblings. And while I'm on the subject, don't ever weaponize your children against the other because one agrees with you and the other one doesn't. And then you go out of the door now to gossip about your other daughter. And it's wrong. Because you might think that Ivy is your golden girl. Ivy is your golden girl because Ivy agrees with you. Wait until you don't agree with Ivy. And Ivy just might show you one or two things. Children are part of you. They take all these things from you, good and bad. Short-tempered, ill-tempered, generosity, caring, voraciousness, beauty. But don't ever pin one against the other. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. Because let me tell you, you are going to leave them behind. And Ivy just might be alone. Because you have shown and taught Wendy how to survive alone. Be very careful. That's all I can say, ma. That's all I can say. Again, I understand where you're coming from. But that's her father. And perhaps some way, somehow, inside of Wendy, how she was built. Because Wendy is not your complete child. You gave birth to Wendy. But half of her DNA is that man. And she spoke to the man. As far as I'm concerned, I wasn't too impressed because he said, let's not talk about the past. You understand? But who's to say when they get together, somehow they align. And Wendy is prepared to forgive because somewhere she felt alienated in her childhood. Something happened of which we did not see, but we saw. I saw enough to say, I see the glitch. I see the glitch. And until you resolve that, this is just going to continue going on. Continue going on. And it's not healthy. It's not healthy. It's not worth it. And you want to come to a point where you have to really appreciate Wendy for who she is and love her and enjoy her because time is so very, 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 very short indeed. Take your bag, like I said, your FDV bag, and take Ivy as well as Wendy and go on a short holiday and talk. Okay? All of my love, my darlings. It's the end of a year. We're coming to the end of a year. So let's try. Alright? Don't forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, and I'll see you. What? I'll see you sooner than later. All of my love. Oh my God, I am so excited. I am so excited, my darlings. We have officially launched the FDV website and we have what? We've got products, we've got merch, we've got t-shirts, we've got tote bags. I am so excited. A lot of you said, Fumi, when are the t-shirts coming? And I want to tell you that I am terribly humbled. I had launched this exclusively at the meet and greet, and for the life of me, I did not know that we would sell out. I had no idea. So I had to put the money back into the business so that I could get some more t-shirts and tote bags for you. And I want to say what a journey this has been. The two t-shirts that I have, and I'm wearing one now with the v-neck, and I measured it so that it comes right down, whether you're a big bust busted, whether you're small busted, it will come right down to the center without opening with the bust. And darlings, I have what is delayed is not denied, because everything started much later in my life. I got married at 40. I had Adrian at 48. I started YouTube at 45. I started my business at 55. And so I want you guys to know that what is delayed is absolutely what is not denied. And so I made these for you in white as well as in black. It is tagless because I react to tags. We have t-shirts where you have no tags, and these go all the way from an extra large to an extra small. Some of you will be wondering, Fumi, what size are you wearing? I am wearing an extra small. We also have it in black for you, so let me show you. What is delayed is not denied. There you go. So whatever your preference, if you like white, if you like black, go right ahead. I love both. It is absolutely fabulous. Everybody, anybody can wear this. And just look at how it goes all the way down. I love it. So it covers your bottom for those of you that are conscious. You can also tuck it in halfway as well. Make it loose, loungy with your jeans. And then you can roll it up. You can style it any which way that you like. I love it because you can also layer it underneath your suits because it's getting colder now, and the quality is absolutely what? Absolutely fabulous. And for my ladies that are double X, you can get the extra large because it is that big. You're going to love them. Super soft. Put them in the wash. They don't shrink. They don't shift. They don't shed. I put a lot of work into this because it was really personal. And I wanted again to send a message that what is delayed is never denied. And that means that you're only prepping yourself for greatness. It will come to you with such greatness. The next t-shirt that I made was eating my salads and minding my business. I loved it. And that's how I got here, in essence. I ate my salads. I began to really have a healthier lifestyle. A healthier lifestyle, not only physically, but emotionally and mentally. Meaning that what no longer served me, I no longer wanted. I think that I just thought I can just bash myself around. I can abuse myself. I can ill-treat myself. You don't say beautiful things to yourself. But I would say it to everybody else. Oh girl, you're fabulous, gorgeous, this, that. I never said it to myself. And I began to realize that, Fumi, you know what? In the eating your salads is a representation of really taking a healthier stance to all of you, to everything of you. And salads are healthy, but you have the mental, you have the emotional. So I started speaking positively to myself. It was amazing. It really was amazing. I got more confident and I really began to love myself. And in part was when I started to say, Fumi, wear your natural hair. You are beautiful. You say it to others, you don't say it to yourself. And when I started to say it to myself, I began to have more confidence. I also realized that, Fumi, you don't have to be in any negative spaces, negative anywhere, because what? I am healthier. Hence the eating my salads. The minding my business was amazing, because the more I minded my business, the more time I had to be productive with my life. Isn't that a trip? Oh my God. That is the real meaning of this. Mind my business. So I really wasn't into the gossip. I really wasn't into unproductive conversation. I sat at a table and every girl, lady, woman, female at that table was a CEO. When I tell you, we talked about production, we talked about fulfillment centers, we talked about where you can get better fabrics from Prague, from Portugal, from Bangladesh, from this, from that. I was rejuvenated. And I realized that, for me, when you stay away from stuff that does not serve you and is not productive to you, you truly mind your business. And I became a better mom. I became a better wife. I spent more time with the family. I enjoyed Adrian right across the board. That is a representation, because you are weeding out what no longer serves you mentally, emotionally, physically. Eating my salads and minding my business. They also come in an extra small, and it goes all the way to an extra large, and it's a bigger, loungier size. That's another thing, because I have been different sizes on this channel. Bigger busted, smaller busted. I've been curvy. I've been a limousine girl, and I loved every stage of me. I did. I really did. And that was why I said I'm going to make it a loose fit. Why? Because if you're a curvy girl, it will suit you. If you're a slimmer girl, it will suit you. If you're an athletic girl, it will suit you. It's no longer what you look like. Truly, it's how you feel. And my limousine girls and my curvy girls, do you know, at that stage was one of my happiest times of my life, because it was when I gave birth to Adrian. This body created life when I was told so many times that it couldn't. And that was how I really realized, it became so clear to me that, woman, you're amazing. Men can wear it too, my darling boys. I will come out with a crew neck, but I thought, let me come out with a V-neck so that you can put all of your jewelry. That's another thing. You can put all of your jewelry. You can put all of your necklaces. It's just enough for it to show. It is just enough. When I tell you, this took so long, and it's plain in front, and you got the message in the back. You see, when you're walking away, clicking in your heels, that's the message. I lived for it. So those are the t-shirts, my darlings. If they sell out, don't panic. Don't panic. I will order some more, okay? And then we have what? We have our tote bag. We have our tote bag with the thicker straps that you can carry with you, and you can take this to the gym. It's a sports bag. You can take it to the gym. You can take it to the supermarket. You can take it to work. It's got the logos on both ends. And I'm going to show you something also. You have a magnetic clip, so you can clip it in. It will hold in together. Also, when you pull it apart, you will have the label also in the bag, and then you've got a big purse right here to put all of your keys. But guess what? Multi-purpose, my darling. You can also fold this bag. So I'm going to show you as is. You just turn it in like so on both sides. There you go. You fold it. Guess what? You fold it into the opening pochette. And there you go. There you go. So you can have this as an extra shopping bag. You can have this as an extra bag when you're going anywhere, even on the airport, when you're traveling. It's so handy. So handy. It's a canvas bag. It is absolutely washable. It does not change. And we have it in pink. We have it in orange. We have it in sky blue, of which I live and love. Yes. And then we also have it in ice cream. Ice cream, because I love ice cream, and I also love yogurt. So baby girl, you are looking absolutely cute. I hope you enjoy these, my darlings. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Thank you for riding with me. This is just the beginning, because the bras are coming, the slips are coming, the panties are coming, the makeup, the skincare, the Afro hair care kit is coming. It's all coming, my darling. This is a black-owned brand, and I am self-funded. My financier is my wonderful husband. Thank you. Thank you, Ula. Thank you for the unconditional love and support. I could never do any of this without him. You're so generous. And God bless you. And God bless you too, my beautiful Fumi Nation. And I am so excited. The link is below. And I will be sharing how to wear the t-shirts, different styles, different suits for you. Thank you so very much. God bless. Bye-bye. Yay! we have launched. We have launched. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm just so excited. I am so excited. I am what? I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.